says, you know what, social media is it's hell. You know what I mean? Like, in fact, let me just quote what she said. Social media is good, but it was not made for you to send me your manhood and my nakedness. Yet that is not what Kenyans want. That is not what Kenyans do to us. It was made for you to advance and build yourself in the correct way. For us as women parliamentarians, one day we will open our phones and just show you the things that we see. Social media cannot be the place where you wake up to people doing sex or sexual advertisements. We will sort that out by amending the law, right? And then she called out Kenyans specifically on X and Facebook to stop bullying politicians. So she said, your freedom must reach where your freedom must reach somewhere. It does not mean you step on somebody else's freedom and say it's right. Freedom has its limits. If it is expression, it doesn't say you're free to express yourself through somebody else. So she also talked about, basically she was actually on an interview on one of the TV stations, and she touched on her experience with her son Elvis's death in March, when social media was awash with negative comments due to how she condemned the youth, remember? So she said, and I quote, I stopped reading what's on social media a long time ago, but people kept telling me what was going on. So she also added that Slain Kasipul, member of parliament, Charles Were's family has also fallen victim to cyberbullying. So currently, by the way, for the record, Kenya's Computer Misuse and Cyber Crimes Act, Information and Communications Act, as well as Data Protection Act prohibit spreading fake news or misinformation, cyberbullying or online harassment, hate speech and incitement, distribution of explicit or obscene content, unauthorized sharing of private information, and impersonation or identity theft. So the thing is, obviously all these things are illegal, but Kenyans still persist in of course doing all those crazy things, extremist things, making it very difficult for authorities to police what's going on social media. What's your thought?
She has a point. Because at the end of the day, we have a generation that we have to keep them in check at some point, because it's getting out of hand. And this is obviously something that is advancing. You cannot handle what is coming. We don't know what's coming. And
especially with AI now.
With AI, I am concerned as a parent. What's my child going to be watching in the next 5 years? So I think creating healthy boundaries, mark my words, healthy boundaries is very important. But they shouldn't limit people from expressing themselves and saying what they want. Those are my thoughts.
It's interesting how, regardless of whatever Kenyan laws say, if you check what's happening on X, for example, it allows the sharing of any kind of content. Donald Trump, what's his name? Elon Musk is pretty much about free speech. However, one thing that's crazy about social media, it has serious dopamine effects. Like, people are high on social media. Remember how we were talking about this yesterday? Like, it has such addictive elements to it that it's very hard to police whatever is going on social media. You can decide to tell Kenyans, don't say this, if you say this, utalala. But it's proving to be very difficult to actually handle all the conversation that's going on social media. However, there's another side to this story.
I think for me, safety is number one. Healthy boundaries.
Of course. Safety, especially towards our younger ones. Now, at the same time, I'm going to play the devil's advocate. So, the people who are seriously against social media are not just politicians, obviously, but the way politicians approach this whole thing for manning whatever is going down on social media feels a bit too... Some guys are just saying, apana guys, you're just using this thing. It's almost as if you want to gag the freedom of people on social media to express themselves however they want for your own personal reasons. Political reasons, obviously, especially now as we're approaching the 2027 general elections.
I'm seeing a genuine person concerned about if this thing is not regulated. I want to be very honest. I sometimes open my social media, and I'm like, what? Especially on TikTok, it's crazy in there. So crazy.
What about online activism? Don't you think if we put
they
all
shouldn't gag that? Obviously,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even.
because I feel like that's to be honest, that's what's a bother to most politicians. It's how Kenyans can be so abrasive when it comes to
And it helps
their
to be
relationship
abrasive.
when it comes to their relationship with politicians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's important to be abrasive. It's important to push for agendas that are, and governorship in this country, but you should not gag people from expressing themselves.
I agree.
But there has to be a healthy boundary.
Yeah.
And safety as well, because kids, I mean, you can't have people having sex online. I mean, on TikTok, like, what's that? Who's gonna stop them?
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how we got there, but
You get what I'm saying? And these are young people doing this. A child can just stumble on that. What are we doing as a nation?
It's true. There probably has to be age limits.
Yes.
For people who
Yes,
are
I
on
agree.
social media.
I agree.
But
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And some things are definitely going to be detrimental to the next generation. General Alpha, I don't even know what's going to happen to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so when we come back, more stories. What are your thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts about this conversation? Apparently, Dagoretti North Member of Parliament, Beatrice Elachi, 6 constitutional amendments to curb Kenyans' social media use. She's saying basically that Kenyans are a bit too extremist with the type of content that they post. I think this is just about siasa. All right, it's 21 minutes after 4. We're back in just a bit. Tunikazi.
This May, the stage is set. The mic is on and the search begins.
Welcome to Next Superstar.
From raw vocals to big talent, the search is on for Africa's next hit maker. Next Superstar